Welcome to Pause for Peace with me, Pastor Jule, and a continuing happy Easter to you. This podcast is being released to you on April 19th, 2026, which means it is the third Sunday of Easter. Continue the celebration, folks. And in the middle of this week, we will be celebrating Earth Day. This observation that has been in effect and kind of known about since sometime in like the 1970s here in the United States. And Earth Day is an amazing day for us to get outside wherever we are. Hopefully it's not going to rain here in Middle Tennessee. Wherever you are, get outside and appreciate and honor Mother Nature. Earth Day has me thinking about this book that I've actually been listening to by Anita Diamant, and it's a book that many people read years ago, but I'm just getting around to it, and I'm wondering why I waited so long. It's the book called The Red Tent, and it's actually a book that is based on some stories of the Bible, the stories about Jacob and his sons, including Joseph, who had the Technicolor Dreamcoat, if you know about that musical. But the Red Tent is actually focusing on the lives of Jacob's wives. Yes, he did have multiple wives and concubines, and in particular his one daughter, Dinah, or as the audiobook is pronouncing it, Dina, and her mother Leah, and her auntie Rachel, and all of the ways that they live by and celebrate the earth. In fact, these women come together monthly in the Red Tent at the new moon, and it just so happens that living on the land together, the way the story is told, and maybe this is actually what took place, but the women all end up having their cycle at the same time. So they come together in the Red Tent as the new moon is taking place, and they actually honor the lifeblood and have ceremony and ritual that they do together. And Dina, this character, who's kind of like the main character of the story, is talking about her experience growing up in nature. Her father, Jacob, is shepherd. He and his boys are shepherding all these sheep and these goat, and they live in a way that is so very different from probably most all of us who are listening to this podcast. They live according to the natural rhythms of their body and the natural rhythms of the land, and they actually, according to the story, are synced together. Earth Day is a day when we can find ways to appreciate the natural world. We ourselves are a part of the natural world. We ourselves have physical matter, and our matter matters. You might hear that phrase now and again. Our bodies actually are made out of a lot of the same stuff that the rest of the natural world is made out of. For a long time, we have sort of neglected the connection, especially those of us in the Western world. And it seems like the further we go in this path of the rational, intellectual, logical side of our brains, sometimes we get more and more removed. Even being dwelling in a city is a way we can be removed from the natural world. That's why it's important, if we're living in a high-rise apartment, it's important to get out now and again, go to a park. We have many awesome parks around here in Middle Tennessee. See if you can get your feet in the grass somewhere. Find a way to bring a plant into your home. Live with an animal, a pet, perhaps a dog or a cat, or, if you want to get crazy and have any kind of reptile, whatever it might be. But have a way to be engaging daily with the natural world. I've learned recently that one of the best things to do every morning, especially if you're healing from a brain injury, as I happen to be, is to go outside and face the sun and take 3 deep breaths. There's a doctor who is helping people who are living with post-concussion syndrome to do this as a daily practice. It's not that difficult to do, and she actually says if you can't actually get outside to face the sun and to breathe 3 deep breaths, then just go to a window or, turn on a light. But it'd be better if you're doing this with the natural world. They'll go to the window, try to find the sun, or at least look outside and take 3 deep breaths. I know some of my friends who live further in the north, in the northern hemisphere, and even myself, when I lived in the north, it's like so challenging to go through winter, because for a long time, for like months and months and months, you can be without sun, which we all need the rays of the sun, like the vitamin D that we have to have in our bodies, all comes from the natural world. So you might be somebody who actually has a particular kind of sun lamp that you're able to use. Maybe you're somebody who loves to do sand play, that you have like a tray with sand, and that's just one thing that like calms you down in the middle of the day. Maybe you're somebody who loves to go to the ocean. I love to go to the ocean when I get a chance. I love to be at the beach and collect shells and like have shells that are in your home. Or like maybe you're somebody who loves rocks. For a long, long, long part of my life, I was somebody who was searching for rocks. My sister and I used to do this a lot. We would go outside and see what like amazing finds we could discover, especially along the beach in Lake Michigan or out in the woods. There's so many ways to get connected with the earth, no matter our age. In fact, the older we get, the more we might need it, because sometimes as we age, we lose that sense of play and wonder that children kind of naturally have. And children are kind of closer to the earth to begin with because they're not as tall often. And so there's a way that we need to be intentional about how we connect with the earth. If you are around Middle Tennessee at all and you want to come join us on Wednesday, April 22nd, when we celebrate Earth Day, we're going to celebrate Earth Day in some very interesting ways at Hillwood Presbyterian Church USA here in Nashville, Tennessee. First of all, we're going to have our free open co-working day. Flourish is one of our ministries here that's a part of the church, and you don't have to be a part of the church to be a part of Flourish. It's a ministry that is seeking to like use the beautiful property that's been entrusted to this church to open wide the doors for those who are looking for vocational support and holistic human flourishing. You can actually have a private desk or do open co-working in the building, and there's sort of a space that's not as, integrated into the office operations of the church. And you're able to be there and interact with other people and to find like-minded people who are seeking to make a difference, living holistically, finding a way to impact the local community for good and be in community with others, which is what we're trying to build here at Hillwood Presbyterian Church USA through our ministry of Flourish, a way that individuals can flourish by being together, by working together, by collaborating, by cross-networking, which is so exciting to see that happen. So we'll have free open co-working day on Earth Day. We're partners with Trader Joe's Belmead, shout out to them, which means that we have Neighborhood Shares flower pickup that we do. And so we plan to have flowers on site on Earth Day so that we can play with the flowers, we can make arrangements, either to give to somebody else or to take home to enjoy. Having flowers in the home is another way to be engaging with earth and allow the natural beauty of the flowers to inspire you and to comfort you, to soothe you. Arranging flowers can be a great experiment if you've never tried it before, or if you're looking for tips, we have people around here who know a lot about arranging flowers and be happy to tell you a little bit more about it. We also will have our forest therapy guide, our certified forest therapy guide friend, Sarah Champion, who is Forest Walk With Me. You can find her online, Forest Walk With Me. She will actually be guiding a forest therapy walk here on the property of Hillwood Presbyterian Church USA. right here in Nashville. We have opportunities to engage with nature all around us. Like, we may not have like a big old forest on the property of Hillwood Presbyterian Church USA, but we have a lot of trees. We have a lot of green space. We have a memorial garden. We have some like wild areas. We have some animals that like live here, creatures, creepy crawlies. We have hawks that make their home here. So there's all sorts of ways on Earth Day, every day, but also on this particular Earth Day with our forest therapy walk, where you can be a part of being guided in a way to intentionally, through all of our senses, connect with the natural world, which actually heals us. You can go back to my Conversations for Peace, happened a couple years ago now with Sarah Champion, and learn more about forest therapy or find more information online. There are all sorts of ways that we can honor the earth and that we can live in a healthy, helpful rhythm with Mother Nature. It's always under our feet. It's gonna hold us in life and in death. So what better way to like honor Mother Nature and to connect with Mother Nature intentionally in a way that will help us to heal each and every day. I want to lead us in a time of pausing now, getting ourselves quiet. So wherever you are, like, this would be a great time to like take this podcast outside, put your feet in the grass, and just take a few deep breaths. If you can't get outside, that's okay. Wherever you are, Mama Nature is still underneath you. The earth is still under you somewhere. I tell you, she holds you in life and in death. So she's there. So feel that connection from the bottom of your feet. Even if there's concrete underneath you, feel that connection with the earth from the soles of your feet. And take a deep breath so you can intentionally focus your mind. It's like your prayer is to focus on the energy of the soles of your feet. Breathe in and breathe out. I find that the slower I breathe out, the more I actually get more centered, calm in the still place within. So let's take another deep breath from the belly out. And then when we release, we settle back in. When we take a breath in, our belly actually goes out, it expands. So let's do that one more time. And hold it for just a moment before you release. See if you can like wiggle your fingers a little bit. Before you get them still, bringing them together, palms together. And then placing your palms on top of one another in the center of your chest. You might even want to give a little pat to your physical skin, like to this nature that you are, this matter that is you. Ever so grateful. There's so many signals that come from our body that are all to give us some kind of information. The more we get in tune with the natural world, the more we can learn to tune in inwardly as well, and to honor and listen and interpret those signals. Like when we're hungry, our stomach might growl. That's an actual physical like sign to us that like it's time to eat something. Maybe we need something to drink. That's what's actually water is what we're needing right now. Whatever it might be. So let's do what we can in these few moments to be outside of our logical mind and to rest in the stillness of our physical matter. Taking one more deep breath, if you will. And release that slowly. Now if you'll put both of your palms down, touching your knees. It's one way that helps us to stay grounded. Intentionally, we want to listen for a response inwardly as we connect with the Spirit of God that is within our physical matter. We do that through our heart space, connecting to listen for this response today. How can I honor the earth today? How can I honor the earth today? Whenever you're distracted, while you're listening, while you're looking, while you're receiving, bring yourself back to the present moment, centered back within through the space of your heart by taking another deep breath and releasing it and settling back in to this pause so that you will receive a response to how can I connect, honor the earth today. How can I honor the earth today? Let's take one more deep breath and release. Then when you're ready, I invite you to bring your palms back to the center of your chest, with your palms together in prayer pose. Inwardly express some form of gratitude for what you have received here today. It might literally just be being in this prayer pose, might actually make you feel like you are revering this wisdom that has been revealed to you today. Maybe you want to break out into a song, whatever it might be, for this beautiful gift of receiving this way of how you can honor the earth today. When you're ready, you can bring yourself back to this present moment, opening your eyes and returning to a relaxed position. One way we can honor the earth is by tending our physical body and realizing that the stuff of us is actually the stuff of the earth. We are all connected. And that might just be one way we can honor. Maybe we can capture that in an image, or maybe we can be somebody who takes a photograph today of one thing from the natural world that intrigues us the most. That might be a practice we could do every day of taking a photograph of one thing in the natural world that intrigues us. Maybe we need to just get outside and go for a walk, even if it's in the city streets. Get outside somewhere, go for a walk, take a deep breath, face the sun, honor this glorious creation in which we are so very blessed to live. This beautiful, abundant, bountiful earth is such a gift to us. So may whatever we have received today become enacted in our lives every day, so that all that we do and all that we say will be intended to be in right relationship with this glorious creation of the earth. I hope you have an amazing week, wonderful Eastertide 3, and an incredible Earth Day 2026. Blessings, and I'll see you next time on Pause for Peace.